Hello everyone, Alicia here with another lightened up Weight Watcher friendly recipe, and today's recipe is for an easy lemon ricotta spinach pasta. Now I absolutely love this one. It's so easy to make. It's full of fresh, bright flavor, perfect for the summer. It's got minimal ingredients and it comes together really quickly. So I definitely wanted to share this one with you guys. But first let me jump into ingredients and I'll show you what you're gonna need to make this. First off, I've got a large lemon. You're gonna need the juice from this, or about 1/4 cup, and then also the zest, or around a tablespoon of lemon zest. Next to it here, I've got some freshly chopped garlic. This is 3 cloves, or a little over a tablespoon. Here I've got some part skim ricotta, and this is at room temp. That's a cup, or 248 grams. Next to it, I've got some freshly shredded or grated Parmesan. This is roughly a 1/3 cup or 28 grams. And this is the specific cheese that I'm using. For the pasta in this, I'm gonna be using some whole wheat spaghetti, 8 ounces or a half of this box. For the spinach, you're gonna need 6 ounces. You could use more if you want baby spinach. A tablespoon olive oil. You're gonna need a little salt and pepper to taste. I'm gonna be using probably about a 1/4 teaspoon salt and probably 1/8 black pepper. And that is everything that's in this. Like I said, not a lot of ingredients, super simple. Let me get us started. First thing I'm gonna do is get my lemon zested. So I'm gonna just use this little zester and that zested up. And as always, you just want the outside yellow part. You don't want to get into that white pith because it is bitter. We'll get this zested up and I'll be back. Got that all zested. Probably a couple teaspoons. Couple teaspoons to a tablespoon is what you'll get out of a large lemon. So now I'm going to take my lemon, and a little tip to get as much juice out as possible is to roll it first before you start juicing it. So now I'm going to take that, cut it in half, and with my juicer here, I'm gonna juice that, and I'm looking for, again, about a 1/4 cup of juice. Which is about what you should get from a large lemon. You can supplement with some lemon juice from concentrate if you want, if you don't get quite that 1/4 cup, or another fresh lemon. So I'm just at a 1/4 cup, and with that zest in there, that's about perfect. So now I'm gonna set this aside. So over here at my stove, I've got a large pan here that I've got on medium-low heat, and I'm gonna add in my tablespoon olive oil. Get that heating in there. And then over there, I got a large pot that I'm gonna bring water to boil in for my pasta. So now that that oil's heated in there, I'm gonna add in my garlic. I'm gonna let that cook in there about a minute until it's nice and fragrant. Now that that is nice and fragrant, I'm gonna add in my 6 ounces baby spinach. I'm gonna let that cook in there for a few minutes until it's nice and wilted down. And water is boiling, so I'm gonna get my 8 ounces of whole wheat pasta cooking, and I'm just gonna cook that according to the package, which is 7 to 9 minutes, while my spinach gets wilted down. My spinach is wilted down. It was about 5 minutes, and my pasta's almost done. And when that pasta is done, I'm gonna go ahead and drain it and reserve a cup of the water. But so now that this is wilted, I've got my heat. I'm gonna turn it down to low, and I'm gonna add in my ricotta, my Parmesan, my lemon juice and zest, and a little bit of salt, again, probably about a 1/4 teaspoon, and just a little bit of pepper, probably about an 1/8. And that's all a personal preference to taste. So now I'm gonna stir that all together. Got that all stirred together. And my pasta is ready, so I'm gonna get that drained. And again, reserve about a cup of the liquid. All right, I'm gonna add in about a half cup of my pasta water. And stir that in real well. And just keep stirring this till everything's incorporated and that sauce is nice and creamy. Now I'm gonna add in my pasta and stir, kind of toss this all together till that pasta is nice and coated. And if you need to add more of the pasta water, if it's a little too dry, you can at this point. I always like to reserve, like I said, about a cup just to make sure I've got enough. But so far this is looking pretty good with just the half cup. And that is all there is to this one. Super simple. So I will go get a serving size, plate it up, and I'll show you what that is, give you points, and also have my husband give it a taste and tell you what it tastes like. Okay, I've got a serving of this, which is, it makes about 4 heaping cup servings. So that's what I've got here. I like to put red pepper flakes on mine, just for a little heat. So that's what I've got on top of mine. But yeah, that is a serving, and that is gonna be 10 points. So this stuff is so good. It's creamy, it's full of flavor, it hits that spot when it comes to comfort food, pasta, all of that. Just absolutely love this one. Like I said, it's perfect for summer because it's just full of nice, bright, fresh flavor. That lemon, the fresh lemon and the spinach and all that in there. It's just really, really good. But I'll have my husband tell you what he thinks of it here in just a second. Hold on. All right, I've got my husband here. All right, this is lemon ricotta spinach pasta.
Okay, fancy.
Yes, and I do want to point out, it took me a bit to get him. He was busy. So it's cooled down quite a bit, but it should still taste good. 10 points.
I really like the dishes with the pasta with the lemon zest because it's very, very bright.
Yeah, that's what I
Summery.
used. Yep,
Yeah.
That's also what I used. Bright and summery.
Yeah. So that's the first thing is the
lemon?
citrus.
I was gonna say you could use a protein pasta in this too. The protein pastas that I use anyway are a little bit higher points than the wheat, so I think those little higher points.
A little bit of trade-off.
Yeah, I think the little bit of higher points though does bump this up to 11 if you use the protein pasta, but I did want to point that out.
So, like I said, you get the citrus. It doesn't take long before the heat comes, and it's just pepper flake, right?
Yeah, that's just, I don't even have that in the ingredient list. That's just what I like to
And
add
that balances the citrus really nice. And then I like spinach. So you get the spinach flavor as well.
And the ricotta, can you taste that? I think that mainly adds just like a creaminess.
Yeah, I really don't.
It's because it's got the ricotta and the Parmesan. That being said, I used the fresh grated Parm this time.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that makes any difference.
I'm picking that up.
Are you picking up the fresh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think it's a decent amount, honestly. A little high point wise, but decent amount, and it's really, really good.
Yeah, so the flavor is really great. If you're wanting pasta, the cost is gonna be higher points.
Yeah.
So I don't have any issue with that being a 10-point dish at all.
That's kind of how I feel about it too.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. Well, that was lemon ricotta spinach pasta. If this one looks good to you, be sure to check down in the description box below where I'll have a link to where you can find the recipe on my website. And there will be all the info as far as points, nutritional info, ingredients, instructions, all that's going to be over on my website on this one. But thank you guys as always for watching, and I will see you on the next one.